Hi, Caspar, on the 2nd of July 2021. Got something really interesting here. This is a sample I was sent from an importer, and well, what do you make of that? Not a lot going on there, is there? I mean, clearly a Greek wine. It says dry white wine, 750 ml, very helpful. 13% alcohol and 2020 vintage. Turn it over, there's some text in Greek and in English. With gracious host, the fruity aromas, the strong body and the special aftertaste of the white Monemvasia, we welcome you to our homeland. Rematies, I think that's the name of the winery, in the Cycladic island of Ios. 2020 production gave us 1,320 bottles, so only 1,320 bottles of this wine, Monemvasia, from the Peloponnese. There is a port of the same name there, and I think that's where the name Malvasia originally comes. Anyway, boldly coloured. It's got a very particular colour that makes me wonder whether it's picked up some colour from the skins of the grape, so whether it's macerated with skins. It's sort of a bold straw with almost a hint of something sort of pinky about it, amber, but in a good way. Let's try it. Gosh, absolutely fascinating nose. I have to say, there is a great deal going on there. It's got a lot of density about it. It's a real concentration of aromas, and the prevailing sort of scent of it is uber ripe quinces. It's got a sweet sort of russet apple character, a hint of rhubarb, and then a little bit of spice coming through. There's something slightly floral, fresh flowers and dried flowers as well. A fair bit of spice, but gosh, what a thing to smell. It smells absolutely delicious. I'm salivating just smelling it. Yeah, and a little bit of sort of granular smelling mineral. Something or other, a wisp of smoke maybe. It's fascinating a thing to smell, so let's see if it's as good to taste as it is to smell. Goodness me, that is a wine of just massively assertive and exciting character. It's dried fruit, that quince thing comes back, and they're dried orchard fruit slices amongst it. Acidity is firm and sort of creeps up on you and cleans everything up, but it's got a solidity to it, and the structure is quite solid within all that exuberantly dense and ripe fruit. There's a bit of tannin going on there as well, which sort of backs up my feeling that there might be some skin contact in this wine. It's right, but there's quite distinct and serious structure through, and it's very long. It has a sort of almost pumice-like texture towards the end, and that the end is bright. It sort of it has a juiciness and an upright freshness to it. Makes you want to go back for more. Having said that, it's a big assertive mouthful of wine. I would think this really needs some food, and chicken, or you could almost treat it like a red wine. You could have it with some really quite seriously big. It's got something of sort of Pinot Gris about it almost. So you could have it with some red meat, certainly pork, but maybe Cleftico. I'm try it with Cleftico. I think it would. Yeah, it's kind of a white wine, but it's got the heft. It's got the almost getting on for the structure of a red wine. So, you know, gosh, if it's hot and you're eating Cleftico or some, you know, sausages off the barbecue, it might go really well. It's a really interesting wine. How fantastic to be sent this. You know, 1,320 bottles produced. Goodness me, that's absolutely nothing. Eos, I think, Cycladic island near Santorini. It's still got that texture and that flavour. I think that's absolutely fascinating. It's almost got too much character. You know, it makes you, fills you up, makes you feel like you've had a meal. So eat something with it, and be fascinated. I mean, you know, and yet another Greek wine that's knocked my socks off. Go Greece, yo, love it, absolutely brilliant. 2020 Monemvasia from a winery, I think, called Rematies. I'm going to have to do some research into that, but gosh, if we can get some of that for the daily drinker, a few of those 1,320 bottles, I'd be a very happy bunny, and I think you would as well, because that's quite brilliant, fascinating.